so much. It's really wonderful to be here at K1. So I appreciate the opportunity to be able to talk to you about my personal journey as an artist. So I went to a school in Baltimore, Maryland Institute College of Art, and on our first day of school, they took the class to the Baltimore Museum of Art, and they showed us the Koons sisters collection. And these sisters had an incredible modernist collection of Matisse and Picasso, Braque, Cézanne. And I realized what's really important and what's relevant is your own history. That's all you ever need. You don't need any other interaction or meaning to find from something. It's not whether you know the name of the artist or you know the title of the work or what period it is. The only thing you ever have to bring to a work of art is yourself. This is a piece from 1980, and this is called New Hoover Convertible. As I mentioned earlier, I was a painter when I was in college, and when I moved to New York, I stopped painting. I wanted to make work that was more about the outside world, more external, and I started to incorporate Duchampian ideas into my work, working with ready-made, so I worked with the inflatable flowers. Then I started to work with vacuum cleaners because I felt that up to this point, I didn't really contribute anything to the history of the ready-made. And when I made the new, I wanted to make something that's invisible to give it a visible kind of essence, and that was newness. So I would go buy a vacuum cleaner that's brand new. I would unbox it, and I would install it into kind of an industrial display case that I would make. It would have white fluorescent lights at the bottom. And this was kind of the group of work where I had a little bit of a breakthrough. I wanted to make a body of work that was less tied to the idea of consumerism, and it had more of a masculine side to it. So the colors within the Equilibrium series tend to deal with a lot of blacks and dark browns, bronzes, and orange of the basketball. As I mentioned before about learning how to accept myself, in working with ready-made objects, these objects, by working with something that's external, it's a metaphor for being able to go outside and to learn to accept other people. And once you learn how to accept yourself, then you can accept other people. And that's really the highest journey that art can take you on. And so it's important to try to embed as much information as you can into something to help realize your vision. You know, in art, I think it's great. I have 8 children, and so my kids, I always try to tell them that in anything, you know, craft or any type of skill, if you have vision, you can do anything, because you can't do something incorrectly. If you have vision and you try to create something, it's perfect the way it is. And if you got it, you didn't get it, it is what it is. But if you have vision, you can do anything. It's just to have the vision. I was referencing this, the blue globe at the top, which is a gazing ball. And where I'm from in Pennsylvania, gazing balls are popular. People put them in their front yard. And gazing balls are completely reflective. They're reflecting at almost 360 degrees. So they're telling you everything they can about where you are in the universe right at that moment. And the mind always is rewarding the body to be informed where you are. So it's another enlightenment. And, you know, we deal with the senses. We always, you know, you have 5 senses, but we can come as artists, we can try to come into contact with other senses. And to have these different secretions and knowing where you are and playing on where you are and rewarding the body where you are is seeking and looking to activate other senses.
어제도 수업 중에 제프쿤스 작품이 나왔었거든요. 작품들을 그분의 입을 통해서 직접 그 생각을 듣고 제가 또 한번 생각하게 할 수 있는 그런 계기가 돼서 정말 좋았던 것 같아요.
나를 받아들이라는 말을 되게 많이 해주셨는데 그 말의 의미가 뭔지 좀 많이 생각해보면 작업에 많은 도움이 될 것 같아요.
평소에 제프쿤스 굉장히 관심이 많았는데 마지막에 학생들에게 너의 것들을 끌어내고 너의 내면적인 것, 본질적인 게 너에게 이미 있으니 걱정하지 말고 잘 직관적으로 헤쳐나가라는 말이 되게 응원이 되고 힘이 됐던 것 같아요.
오늘 강연 너무 즐거웠고요. 너무 좋은 얘기 많이 해주셔서 저도 이 계열 종목 학생으로 너무 큰 위안도 됐고 너무 즐거운 시간이 돼서 행복했어요.
좋은 말씀 많이 해주셔서 감사합니다. 살아가면서 많이 도움이 될 것 같아요. 당신이 말해주신 이 신비와 이 저의 비전을 잃지 않을게요. 사랑해요.